Hey, Cross Park, check this out. See that fella? Big old fatty there. Caterpillar. I got a whole mess of them up here at the top. Well, eventually they're going to become chrysalises. We got a whole gaggle of them. One guy back there in the back fixing to chrysalize. It's kind of cool, isn't it? Monarch caterpillars become monarch butterflies. We don't normally think of fall as a time for new life. Usually that's the spring, right? When everything's new and fresh. But sometimes in God's economy, the way He's ordered the world, we can find new life at unexpected times and in unexpected places. We've got monarch butterflies that are gonna hatch out of their chrysalises here before long and fly off south. I've just had out here my bird feeder, a family of cardinals, all these juvenile cardinals that are begging for food from mommy and daddy. My niece is expecting her third baby any day. There's always new life happening. There's always good things that God is doing. Do we have eyes to see it? Are we paying attention to what God is up to? Do we have eyes to see the new life that's being formed around us and in us at any given moment? So this fall, we're doing some new things at Cross Park. We are, just last week, we started our fellowship time during the Sunday school hour at 9:30 to 10:15 each week. We are gathering in slightly structured ways and some informal ways to just foster fellowship and connection and prayer. The kitty cat has come back. Come on. Here's our kitty cat. And so every Sunday morning during the fall, and here's the dog too. Hi, Ava. We are gathering down in Sycamore. One group of us as a church will be gathering down in Sycamore for some structured fellowship and connection. And this weekend, it's going to be the women of the church. Last weekend, it was the men. Had a great turnout. 24, almost 30 guys down in Sycamore getting to know each other. Ladies, it'll be your turn this Sunday. Encourage you to show up by 9:30 and drop the kids off up at the playground picnic area with husband, with dads, with the men of the church. We'll keep our eyes on children during that 9:30 hour while the little ladies can get to know each other down in Sycamore. And then we'll all gather together in sanctuary at 10:30 for worship. Other thing for you to note about Sunday, we're beginning a new sermon series on Genesis. So looking for another new thing. We'll be in Genesis chapter 1 on Sunday morning. We're going to work our way through Genesis this fall and actually into January as well. We'll take about a month off, precisely a month off for Advent. We'll look at Luke 1 and 2 over the course of Advent. But this Sunday, we're going to be looking at Genesis 1, then Genesis 2 next Sunday, and the following Sunday, Genesis 3. We're not going to hit every chapter in Genesis, but we're going to look at some of the main foundational, especially covenant passages. You'll find in the email associated with this video a link or a PDF to just a reading guide for how to read Genesis. As we spend some time there this fall, I want to provide you with some guidance, some encouragement, some explanation of what all's going on in Genesis. It's a big book. There's a lot going on, and it is foundational to our understanding of not only the Bible, but the Christian faith in general. So I encourage you to read through that 2 or 3 page reading guide to Genesis, and then give Genesis chapter 1 a read through before Sunday morning. The other thing to mention is in a separate email that went out on Wednesday, you will have seen, I trust, a link to our nominations. We have just opened a period of nominations for 4 roles, the offices of elder and deacon, and then the other roles of women's care team member and pulpit search committee. So in that separate email, there was a link to an explanation document about those about the nomination process, but then also some explanation about the particular roles. So as you think about nominating people, would encourage you to read through those several paragraph explanations about each role, and read the biblical text associated with them, and then as the Lord directs, as He directs you, would encourage you to go to that nomination form. That's a Google form that we're using for that, and nominate people for each of those 4 roles. The nomination period is open from the 10th, which was yesterday when I'm recording this, from the 10th to the 21st. So it'll be open for 2 Sundays. Again, that's a Google form that you can use, but we would encourage you to read through the explanation before you go to the form. A lot of the information is repeated on the form, but you don't want to have to sit there and process on the form itself. You want to do your processing and thinking and praying before you open up the form, but that information will be repeated there just so that you can be tracking that. So nominations are open for elder, deacon, women's care team member, and pulpit search committee through the 21st. Men, we're looking great for the retreat. We've got almost 24 guys signed up. We were able to extend the registration window through this Sunday. So this Sunday, the 14th, guys, register if you haven't already. Really looking for, I've been putting the program together, picking out songs, working with Dr. Evans on topics and that sort of thing. So really looking forward to our men's retreat, which is just 2 weekends from right now. So there are a lot of other things going on. You can check out those details in your weekly email, but look forward to seeing y'all at 9:30. Ladies will be down in Sycamore, and we'll be in worship then at 10:30 together, looking at Genesis chapter 1. Cross Park, God's always at work. There's new things happening. Let's keep our eyes open, see what the Lord is doing. Grace and peace to you.